You won't recognize some of these faces, even if you watched every season. The 90-Day Fiancé stars of 2025 are almost unrecognizable, with jaw-dropping transformations that have fans doing double takes. From shocking weight loss to dramatic glow-ups and a few total makeovers, these reality stars have changed in ways no one saw coming. Who got fitter, who fell off, and who looks like a completely different person. Let's dive in. Tyray Mallett. When Tyray Mallett first appeared on 90-Day Fiancé, he stood out immediately with his imposing physique and confident demeanor. Originally from Moldova, Tyray brought a rugged, athletic energy to the screen, which quickly captured fans' attention. His early episodes showcased him as a strong, physically fit man, someone who clearly took pride in his strength and fitness, especially as he adjusted to life in the United States with his wife, Elizabeth Pothast. But over the years, viewers noticed a shift in Tyra's physical appearance. Life in America, combined with the pressures of marriage, fatherhood, and navigating complicated family dynamics on reality TV, took a toll on his once ripped frame. As is often the case with sudden life transitions, Tyray found himself slipping out of his disciplined fitness routine. The convenience of fast food, long filming schedules, and the responsibilities of raising young children made it easy to deprioritize exercise. Slowly but surely, the weight crept on. Tyra's weight gain didn't go unnoticed by fans of the franchise, who are notoriously observant about cast members' transformations. Online forums and social media lit up with commentary about his thicker build. While some viewers sympathized, understanding the stress of balancing a young family and reality TV life, others were quick to criticize. Tyray himself addressed the changes in passing during interviews, at times brushing off the chatter with his trademark stoic bravado. Still, it was clear that he was aware of how far he had strayed from his original fitness goals. That all changed in 2023 when Tyray decided to take back control of his health and image. By August of that year, he stunned fans by revealing he had shed a remarkable 30 pounds in just 3 months. The transformation was striking. His face looked leaner, his posture more upright, and his energy notably higher in his public appearances and social media posts. He didn't just look better, he felt better, and it showed. The key to his success? A renewed commitment to kettlebell workouts and disciplined training routines. Instead of going the route of trendy diets or gimmicky fitness programs, Tyray returned to the basics that had once kept him in prime shape. He focused on consistency, strength training, and mobility, opting for kettlebells because of their versatility and effectiveness in building muscle and burning fat simultaneously. Tyray made it clear that the journey wasn't easy, but it was worth it. In interviews, he emphasized that the transformation wasn't just physical. Getting back into shape improved his mental clarity, emotional stability, and overall sense of self-worth. As a husband and father, he wanted to lead by example, especially for his young daughter. His renewed dedication to health extended into other parts of his life, too. Better sleep, cleaner eating habits, and a sharper focus on his goals, both personal and professional. Fans and fellow cast members quickly took notice. Social media erupted with supportive comments, with many hailing his turnaround as one of the most positive glow-ups in the franchise's history. His Instagram before and after shots garnered thousands of likes and inspired others to share their own stories of transformation. Some praised him for showing that it's never too late to change, while others appreciated his transparency about the hard work and discipline it took to achieve those results. Tyray's weight loss wasn't about vanity, it was about regaining control. He proved that real change comes from within, and that fitness, when approached with determination and patience, can become a powerful anchor during life's most chaotic moments. His story resonated with many who had seen him evolve not just physically, but emotionally over multiple seasons of 90-Day Fiancé and its spin-offs. While Tyray has always had his fair share of critics, some who viewed him as overbearing, others who questioned his career ambitions, his transformation offered a new lens through which to view him. Here was a man who had let himself go, realized it, and did something about it. There was no crash diet, no surgery, no shortcuts, just discipline, effort, and time. In doing so, Andre not only reclaimed his health, but redefined his public image. Tyray Mallett. When Tyray Mallett was first introduced to viewers on Before the 90 Days, he quickly became one of the most talked-about cast members, not for scandal or controversy, but for his emotional vulnerability and quiet strength. Tyray's storyline was one of the most heartbreaking in the franchise's history. A soft-spoken man from California who believed he was in a 4-year online relationship with a woman named Carmela, only to discover he had been the victim of a cruel catfishing scheme. The moment Tyray learned the truth, on camera no less, was devastating. But it was also the beginning of a personal evolution, one that he would pursue not loudly, but steadily. Viewers saw a man whose self-esteem had been shaken to its core, grappling not only with heartbreak, but with the insecurities that had followed him throughout his life. In interviews and confessionals, Tyray spoke candidly about struggling with his weight, body image, and confidence. Yet even amid the heartbreak and public exposure, something in him shifted, and fans would later see the result. Fast forward several months, and a silent transformation began to unfold, not on screen, but through his social media presence. Without fanfare or press, Tyray began posting photos that revealed a noticeably slimmer, healthier frame. Gone were the oversized clothes that once seemed to hide him. In their place was a man standing taller, smiling more freely, and exuding a new kind of quiet confidence. While Tyray never publicly stated how much weight he had lost, the visual difference was undeniable. His face appeared more angular, his midsection noticeably leaner, and his posture more self-assured. What made Tyray's transformation so remarkable was that it wasn't positioned as a revenge body or a response to internet trolls. There were no viral gym selfies, no product sponsorships, no dramatic reality TV comeback speeches. His journey appeared deeply personal, one rooted in reclaiming control over his life after emotional trauma. Fans who followed him closely noted how he subtly shifted his content to include more positive messages, glimpses of healthy meals, and encouragement for others to take small steps toward bettering themselves. Tyray never made a spectacle of his journey. In fact, much of his weight loss went unacknowledged by him in captions or interviews. But for longtime fans, the contrast between his earlier appearances and his current photos told a powerful story. A man who had taken his pain and turned it into purpose. Viewers who had connected with his honesty on the show now had even more reason to admire him, not because he conformed to a physical ideal, but because he embodied perseverance. What's even more inspiring is how his transformation reflected not just physical change, but a shift in emotional well-being. Tyray seemed more at ease in his own skin, more engaged with fans, and more optimistic in his outlook. The once shy man who struggled to believe he was worthy of love now radiated quiet self-worth. His glow-up wasn't about erasing who he had been, it was about building upon it. Many fans see Tyray as a symbol of resilience in the 90-Day Fiancé universe. Unlike many cast members who chase fame, drama, or notoriety, he stayed grounded. He didn't lean into the reality TV spotlight, he leaned into personal growth. His story resonates especially with those who know what it feels like to be overlooked, underestimated, or emotionally wounded, and who strive every day to reclaim their identity and power. Support for Tyray's transformation has flooded comment sections with praise. Followers applaud his discipline, his authenticity, and the grace with which he has handled public scrutiny. Some even credit him with inspiring their own weight loss or mental health journeys. One fan wrote, "You were always lovable, Tyray, but now you shine with self-love." Another commented, "You're proof that healing doesn't have to be loud, it just has to be real." In a franchise that often highlights chaotic relationships and over-the-top drama, Tyray's evolution stands out as one of the most genuine and quietly powerful arcs. He reminded audiences that transformation doesn't always happen in front of the camera. Sometimes the most meaningful changes occur in silence over time, with no applause, just determination. As of late 2023, Tyray continues to post periodically, still looking healthy, grounded, and content. While it's unclear whether he'll return for future 90-day spin-offs, his presence, both online and in the hearts of fans, remains impactful. His journey offers a gentle but firm reminder. Even after heartbreak, even after humiliation, a new chapter is possible. And sometimes that chapter begins not with a grand announcement, but with a quiet decision to change. Dempsey Wilkinson. When Dempsey Wilkinson first appeared on 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 days, she quickly became a fan favorite, not just for her gentle, down-to-earth nature, but for the quiet strength she displayed while navigating the ups and downs of long-distance love with her American partner, Statler Riley. Living in the English countryside in a converted off-grid van, Dempsey's lifestyle was humble but reflective of her values: authenticity, freedom, and self-reliance. However, behind the scenes, Dempsey was facing personal struggles, including body image issues that many viewers could relate to. During filming, she appeared confident, but later admitted she had long battled with weight fluctuations and self-esteem. While she never looked unhealthy, she didn't feel completely herself, and the pressure of being on TV only amplified those insecurities. It was a slow-burning realization that she wanted to take better care of herself, not just for appearances, but for her mental and emotional well-being. By summer 2023, Dempsey had begun a profound transformation. She shared with fans that she had gone from a UK size 12 to a size 8, a shift that marked more than just a change in her wardrobe. It was a signal of a new chapter. Rather than adopting extreme diets or gimmicky weight loss fads, Dempsey chose a sustainable and balanced approach, embracing nutritious eating, outdoor activity, and mindful living. Her lifestyle, already rooted in simplicity and connection with nature, provided the perfect foundation for holistic wellness. She didn't document every step of her journey for public consumption, but the results were clearly visible. As 2023 came to a close, her social media posts reflected a renewed glow: toned arms, brighter skin, a radiant smile, and an unmistakable air of confidence. What made her transformation stand out wasn't just the slimmer frame. It was the sense of freedom and joy that radiated from her expressions. Her new hairstyle, featuring modern layers and sun-kissed highlights, added to the visual change. Gone was the more reserved, natural look from her early TV appearances. In its place was a woman clearly embracing who she was becoming. Dempsey also upgraded her wardrobe, trading in oversized flannels and practical country wear for chic, tailored outfits that reflected her newfound comfort in her own skin. Stylish coats, statement sunglasses, and sleek boots began popping up in her Instagram feed, proof that she was redefining her identity with intention. By 2025, Dempsey had become nearly unrecognizable to original viewers, not because she changed who she was, but because she stepped fully into herself. Her transformation wasn't performative or fame-driven. It was thoughtful, grounded, and centered on self-care. Fans noticed, and so did the internet. Over on Reddit, where 90 Day Fiancé discussions run deep and sharp, Dempsey's evolution became the subject of threads filled with admiration. Users praised her for being one of the most genuine transformation stories in the franchise, applauding not just the aesthetic improvements, but the emotional resilience and self-awareness behind them. "She just seems so at peace with herself now," one Redditor wrote. "You can tell the glow-up came from the inside out." Another commented, "In a show full of drama and plastic surgery, Dempsey stands out. She's a reminder that you don't have to be loud or flashy to be inspiring." Her evolution has also become a quiet statement on the pressure of reality TV. Unlike many stars who get swept up in the fame cycle, launching fitness lines, pushing sponsored detox teas, or resorting to cosmetic procedures, Dempsey chose authenticity. She didn't position herself as a brand. Instead, she simply chose to live better, love herself more, and let the results speak for themselves. What's most refreshing is that Dempsey has remained true to her roots. She continues to share snippets of her rural life, moments with animals and nature walks, all while effortlessly blending wellness and style. Whether she's hiking through the British countryside or posing with her partner on a city break, her aura is the same, grounded, glowing, and fully present. Singin Colchester. When Singin Colchester first appeared on 90 Day Fiancé, fans immediately recognized him by his bohemian charm, rugged adventurer spirit, and of course, his unmistakable long, wavy hair. Hailing from South Africa, Singin arrived in the U.S. to pursue a passionate and tumultuous relationship with Tanya Maduro, and quickly became known for his free-spirited lifestyle, love of beer, and carefree attitude. But behind the laughter and long hair was a man wrestling with deeper challenges, both physically and emotionally. Throughout his seasons on 90 Day Fiancé and its spin-offs, Singin's laid-back approach to life became a defining characteristic. He enjoyed good food, alcohol, and spontaneous living, but as time went on, viewers began to notice the toll that lifestyle was taking. He spoke candidly on the show about his struggles with routine, commitment, and health. His weight fluctuated, and his once glowing complexion looked tired. Despite his charisma, Singin often appeared out of sync with his own well-being. That all began to change in early 2023, when he and Tanya made the bold decision to travel through Southeast Asia with a planned extended stay in Thailand. The new environment, far from the drama of reality TV and the pressures of their relationship's spotlight, offered Singin the space to reset. Surrounded by nature, tropical climates, and a culture more rooted in wellness, he quietly embarked on a transformation that few fans saw coming. Over the course of a few months, Singin shed around 17 pounds, and with it, much of the unhealthy baggage he had been carrying. This wasn't a crash diet or a celebrity cleanse. Singin simply adopted a cleaner diet, cutting down on processed foods, heavy drinking, and unnecessary indulgences. He embraced a lifestyle of daily movement, incorporating hiking, beach workouts, and yoga into his routine. The change wasn't just visible, it was palpable. Most shockingly for longtime fans, Singin decided to chop off his signature long hair, a move that marked a major symbolic break from his past. For years, his flowing locks had been a core part of his identity. But in Thailand, with the heat and humidity forcing him to simplify, he opted for a clean, cropped haircut that revealed more than just his scalp. The cut exposed a sharp jawline, leaner features, and a confident, clear-eyed gaze. It was as if the haircut freed him from the version of himself fans had grown used to, and introduced a new, self-assured man beneath. Photos shared on social media in mid-2023 showed a transformed Singin. Clad in light, fitted clothing, he looked toned, energized, and strikingly different from the barefoot, beer-in-hand nomad audiences first met. Fans were stunned by the contrast. His skin looked brighter, his smile wider, and his body more balanced. But most noticeable of all was his ease, a relaxed, self-assured energy that came not from rebellion, but from genuine self-acceptance. Unlike some cast members who publicly market their glow-ups, Singin didn't seek validation for his progress. He shared updates in passing, photos on a beach, a clip from a jungle trail, or a quiet moment of meditation, allowing followers to witness the shift without spectacle. He wasn't promoting a product or a personal brand. He was simply living better. Fans on Reddit and Instagram praised the change. Singin looks amazing, healthy, grounded, and finally in control, one fan commented. Another wrote, "I miss the hair, but this new look suits him. He's glowing in a way I never saw before." Many acknowledged how rare it was to see a transformation that felt so rooted in personal growth rather than external pressure. His relationship with Tanya, often rocky in the past, seemed to evolve in tandem with his wellness journey. Though the couple had faced significant challenges, both emotional and logistical, during their 90-day tenure, traveling together appeared to restore a sense of companionship and mutual exploration. Whether romantic or platonic, their dynamic seemed to support the best versions of themselves, and Singin's health journey was a testament to that. By 2025, Singin's reinvention was fully realized. With his leaner frame, fresh-cut hair, and confident new energy, he had become almost unrecognizable to original viewers, but in the best possible way. His transformation wasn't about fitting into a mold. It was about breaking free from old habits and finally finding a rhythm that matched his adventurous heart and evolving identity. Juliana Custodio. When Brazilian model and 90-Day Fiancé star Juliana Custodio gave birth to her first child in July 2022, fans around the world celebrated the joyful milestone. Known for her stunning beauty, elegance, and international modeling career, Juliana had always prioritized fitness and health. But now, she faced an entirely new challenge: adjusting to life as a new mom while trying to maintain her physical and emotional well-being. Juliana, who had always been candid with her fans, took to social media just days after giving birth, not to flaunt her body, but to share the realities of postpartum life. Rather than hide or glamorize her recovery, she offered a refreshingly honest glimpse into how her body was healing, how motherhood was reshaping her perspective, and how she was navigating the transition with grace and intention. Then came a headline-making update. Within just 1 week of giving birth, Juliana revealed she had already lost 20 pounds. The announcement stunned followers, but her tone was grounded and thoughtful. She didn't frame it as a race to snap back, but as a natural result of mindful choices, postpartum recovery, and the physical demands of early motherhood. Her rapid weight loss wasn't achieved through extreme measures, but through hydration, breastfeeding, and light movement that kept her body engaged and energized. Juliana emphasized that hydration played a massive role in flushing out excess water weight and helping her body recalibrate. She also credited breastfeeding, which naturally burns calories while supporting infant health, as a key part of her early postpartum weight reduction. But the biggest factor, her commitment to brisk workouts and fitness discipline, even in the chaotic first days of new parenthood. Just 2 weeks after giving birth, Juliana returned to Instagram fitness live streams, where fans were amazed to see her engaging in strength-based routines, stretching sequences, and light cardio exercises. Dressed in sporty athleisure and often appearing barefaced and glowing, she was the image of a strong, focused new mom reclaiming her space, not just in the modeling world, but in her own body. Her workouts weren't about aesthetics alone. They were about mental clarity, emotional balance, and reclaiming routine in the midst of sleepless nights and diaper changes. She spoke frequently about how fitness gave her a sense of control, pride, and peace as she juggled her new role as a mother. "It's not about being skinny," she shared in one live stream. "It's about being strong enough to take care of my baby and myself." Her followers, many of them fellow moms, praised her openness and determination. While some celebrities glamorize postpartum life with filtered photos and unrealistic beauty standards, Juliana's approach felt raw, human, and encouraging. She didn't hide the stretch marks or exhaustion. She wore them like badges of honor. At the same time, she didn't shy away from celebrating the progress her body made. By early 2023, Juliana had resumed many of her modeling engagements, posing in fashion campaigns and lifestyle shoots that showcased her toned figure and radiant skin, but also her maturity and self-assurance. Motherhood hadn't dulled her shine. It had deepened her presence, making her beauty more multidimensional and inspiring than ever. On Instagram, she frequently shares snippets of her daily routine: meal preps filled with lean proteins and greens, quick home workouts, walks with her baby, and the occasional self-care moment involving skincare or meditation. Her message is clear: wellness doesn't stop when motherhood begins. Instead, it evolves. Now in 2025, Juliana continues to serve as a wellness icon, not just for her postpartum weight loss, but for how she reshaped the conversation around women's bodies after childbirth. She reminds fans that every mother's journey is unique, and that fitness isn't a race to return to a number on a scale. It's a way of reconnecting with your power. Whether through candid Q&A sessions, motivational workout clips, or raw mom life moments, Juliana remains deeply relatable and endlessly inspiring. Her balance of strength and vulnerability has solidified her place not just as a 90-day Fiancé alum, but as a role model for women striving to love and care for their bodies during pregnancy, postpartum, and beyond. Kim Menzies. A Fiancé alum, Kim Menzies has never shied away from vulnerability. Her emotional honesty and fierce loyalty made her a standout figure across the franchise, particularly during her high-profile and often tense relationship with Nigerian musician Usman Sojaboy Umar. But while viewers were focused on the drama surrounding her love life, Kim was undergoing another, quieter transformation, one rooted in self-worth, discipline, and personal evolution. By early March 2025, fans who followed Kim closely on Instagram began noticing something different. Her face looked slimmer, her outfits more tailored, and her posture more confident. Then, during a candid Instagram Q&A, she confirmed what many had suspected. She had lost around 20 pounds. The confession was casual, tucked into a story reply to a fan who asked if she'd been working out. "Yeah, I've been trying to take better care of myself," she wrote, followed by a heart emoji. "Down about 20 pounds. It's been hard work." Kim didn't elaborate on every detail. No breakdown of meal plans, no morning workout schedules, no sponsorship codes. But that only added to the intrigue. It was clear that this wasn't a publicity-driven transformation or a celebrity quick fix. This was a deeply personal journey, achieved away from the cameras, hashtags, and spotlight she had grown used to. What made Kim's weight loss so surprising and so widely praised was the element of surprise. Unlike many reality stars who document every step of their fitness journey, Kim's approach was private and understated. She didn't broadcast gym selfies or announce her goals. Instead, she let the results speak for themselves. When she finally addressed her transformation, it wasn't with fanfare, but with humility. She acknowledged the hard work involved and didn't pretend the progress had come easy. The change was noticeable across her photos. Side-by-sides posted by fan pages showed a sharper jawline, a more sculpted figure, and a glow that many described as radiant and empowered. Her skin appeared healthier, her style more polished, and her smile more relaxed. Kim didn't just look smaller, she looked happier and more at peace with herself. Fans flooded her comment sections and Reddit threads with praise. "She's literally unrecognizable, in the best way," one user posted. "It's like she's finally putting herself first." Another wrote, "I always loved Kim's heart, but now you can tell she loves herself more too." The admiration wasn't just for the weight loss, it was for the journey of self-respect that seemed to accompany it. Throughout her time on 90 Day Fiancé, Kim was often portrayed as chasing love, sometimes at the expense of her own emotional needs. Her relationship with Usman brought out both her fiercest loyalty and her deepest insecurities. Many fans empathized with how vulnerable she was, but they also wished she could see the value in herself beyond any relationship. Now, in 2025, Kim's transformation seems to reflect that very realization. Though she hasn't detailed the specific methods behind her success, observers speculate that her change likely stemmed from mindful eating, stress management, and possibly moderate exercise, all sustainable approaches for someone living a busy life outside of the entertainment bubble. More importantly, it's clear that her progress came not from punishment or deprivation, but from a place of self-care and healing. Kim continues to be active on social media, but her content now feels more centered. She posts selfies with glowing skin and fresh hairstyles, quotes about personal growth, and sweet moments with her adult son, Jamal, her constant source of support and pride. There's less focus on romantic entanglements and more focus on joy, gratitude, and growth. Her message to fans, whether she states it outright or not, is clear. It's never too late to evolve. At 53, Kim is showing that wellness and transformation don't belong only to the young or the spotlight seekers. They belong to anyone ready to fight for their peace, claim their worth, and do the work, quietly, consistently, and for no one but themselves. Deem. Angela Deem's transformation has been one of the most dramatic and talked about physical evolutions in the 90-Day Fiancé universe. Long known for her explosive personality and larger-than-life on-screen presence, Angela stunned viewers when she revealed a staggering weight loss of over 100 pounds. Her journey wasn't simply a matter of dieting and exercise. This transformation was the result of a deeply personal, medically assisted decision to take back control of her health. In early 2024, Angela underwent a series of procedures that included gastric sleeve surgery, liposuction, and a breast reduction. The gastric sleeve, where a significant portion of the stomach is surgically removed, was a pivotal choice for the Georgia native, who admitted to years of struggling with her weight, mobility issues, and the toll that constant fatigue and chronic pain had taken on her everyday life. For Angela, who was once well over 270 pounds, the surgery was a wake-up call to prioritize longevity and well-being, especially after receiving warnings from doctors about the long-term consequences of obesity. Though the procedures weren't without controversy, many questioned whether Angela's fiery temperament and often turbulent relationship with Nigerian husband Michael would derail her progress. She surprised critics with a renewed discipline. Angela began sharing glimpses of her progress on Instagram and TikTok, where fans witnessed a woman slowly growing more confident in her new skin. Her signature raspy voice and unfiltered opinions remained unchanged, but her wardrobe, posture, and energy levels told a new story. Tight dresses replaced oversized t-shirts. Bold makeup returned, and she proudly flaunted a slimmer, reshaped figure that no longer hid behind self-deprecating humor or deflection. The liposuction further refined her body, removing stubborn fat deposits that hadn't budged even after the initial weight loss. Combined with the breast reduction, which Angela openly celebrated for relieving chronic back pain and improving her posture, the cumulative effect was striking. Photos from early 2024 showed a visibly lighter Angela stepping out in Los Angeles with a noticeably sharper jawline, glowing skin, and a level of physical mobility that hadn't been seen on the show in years. She even noted in interviews that for the first time in over a decade, she could walk long distances without needing to sit down every few minutes or catch her breath. Still, the transformation wasn't only physical. While Angela will likely always remain a polarizing figure, beloved by some for her blunt honesty and critiqued by others for her temper, her weight loss journey has added a layer of vulnerability and relatability to her public persona. She's opened up more about how her self-esteem had eroded over the years and how deeply she had internalized public criticism about her appearance. "I did it for me," she told followers in a live stream. "Not for TV, not for Michael. I wanted to look in the mirror and feel good again." Angela's followers, especially women in their 50s and 60s, have found her journey relatable and empowering. She often emphasizes that it wasn't about achieving perfection, but reclaiming comfort in her body and proving that it's never too late to make a life-altering change. She's also spoken out about the realities of post-surgery life, sharing details about scarring, skin-tightening procedures, and the necessary commitment to ongoing healthy eating habits and portion control. By mid-2025, Angela's social media presence had fully embraced her glow-up era. She danced in reels, posed confidently in swimsuits, and celebrated milestone after milestone, like fitting into a size she hadn't worn since her 30s or keeping up with her grandkids without running out of steam. Yet, perhaps most powerfully, she started advocating for women's health in ways that felt personal rather than performative. If you feel like you're drowning in your body, don't wait until it's too late, she urged in one candid Instagram post. Angela Deem's physical transformation may have sparked the headlines, but the deeper story is about resilience, reinvention, and the complex process of self-healing. Whether loved or loathed, there's no denying her journey has become one of the most unforgettable arcs in the 90-Day Fiancé franchise. What do you think about the 90-Day Fiancé stars of 2025? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this, and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.